It's not easy to do what you did. You made my men look like a bunch of minimum wage mall cops. That's hurtful. Would you like to tell me where you received your training? Afghanistan? Chechnya? Who are you?
I have sacrificed much to achieve peace. For, through your arrogance and stupidity, you have opened these peaceful realms and innocent lives to the horror and devastation of war. You are a vain, greedy, cruel boy.
You are an old man and a fool!
You're unworthy!
Father.
I now take from you your power! And I cast you out!
Please, open your eyes.
Oh, no, this is Earth, isn't it?
Where'd it come from?
Your ancestors called it magic. And you call it science. I come from a place where they're one and the same.
He has disobeyed his king. His fate is in his own hands now.
I will end this.
Whatever happens, stay who you are. Not just a soldier, but a good man.
How do you feel?
Taller.
What do you think?
I think it works.
It shall be the policy of this nation to regard any nuclear missile launched from Cuba against any nation in the Western Hemisphere as an attack by the Soviet Union on the United States. The cost of freedom is always high. No one can foresee precisely what course it will take. One path we shall never choose, and that is the path of surrender.
You ready for this? Let's find out.
Listen to me very carefully, my friend. Killing will not bring you peace.
Peace was never an option.
Hello again, Putty Man here. as you've just watched, you've seen the Thor theatrical trailer, the Captain America First Avenger TV spot, and the X-Men First Class theatrical trailer. The reason I decided to do this review is because I grew up on comic books for a long time, and it's come to my attention that, and clearly in the videos you can see it yourself, which I will explain, that all these are based off the Ultimate comic books, the newer comic books that the kids are reading nowadays. Now, the Thor and Captain America, what they're leading up with that is to the Ultimate Avengers, or I should just say the Avengers movie, which is going to be based off the Ultimate series. We've already gotten hints. Perfect example is Nick Fury, played by Samuel L. Jackson. He's clearly based off the Ultimate version of Nick Fury. Now, I will say this, the Ultimate version of Nick Fury was clearly based off Samuel L. Jackson, because if you read the comic book, he looks exactly like Samuel L. Jackson. So it kind of fits the part. I'm not going to argue. But what I've heard is that with the Iron Man movie, with the Incredible Hulk movie, which, by the way, a new actor for that, Edward Norton, said no on doing the Avengers movie, or continuing as the banner. And then with Thor and Captain America, they are setting up for the Ultimate Avengers, or clearly just we call it Avengers, but it's based off the Ultimate. And when Iron Man first started coming out and they showed Nick Fury and we're talking about the Avengers movement, which if you haven't seen it and you own Iron Man 1, watch to the end of the trailers. It's shown there. Same thing with Iron Man 2. Watch to the end of the trailers. You'll also see something reference to another movie, which is one of the trailers I've got here. But they're all going towards the Ultimate comic books. I'm excited. When I first saw that with Iron Man, I went online and found out through one of the MTV message boards that he's been asking, should we make the Incredible Hulk a bad guy or a good guy in the Avenger movie? And I've talked with a friend of mine, and we have noticed that in the Ultimate Edition, they actually take down Hulk and try to subdue him, so to say, and he ends up, joining the Avengers. But it's their first task is to take down Hulk, which is a massive task in itself, which takes Captain America, Thor, and so on and so forth, and Iron Man. So that brings us to the Avengers. Now, why do I include the X-Men First Class in this? Well, because if you clearly look at it, it's trying to go to the beginning, which when I first saw the trailer excited me. I thought, oh, wow, they're going to go back to the first X-Men comics before Wolverine. But no, they're actually going to the Ultimate First Class edition, which means it's like the remake of the old. And I clearly haven't seen Iceman in the trailer. Iceman was the original, but I guess because the movies are trying to connect to the newer movies, Iceman's too young, which is going to screw up the whole system or setup. But you can clearly see it's the Ultimate Edition when you see Beast, which I find funny because in X-Men 3, the Last Stand, they actually had a Beast that I'm used to, but then they show a different Beast, an Ultimate version. What does his face change as he gets older? Is that going on? So I'm trying to figure out exactly what exactly they're doing. But that made me decide to set this up. I'm excited, don't get me wrong. I can't wait to see these movies. I will be in theaters first day to see these. But it makes me wonder, what about the true veterans that have been out there for a long time? I guess they're trying to make it for kids, and the kids read the comic books. Understandable. But then you're going to miss a lot of things that I felt was in there. Are we going to have Scott Summers? I didn't see that in the trailer. Are we going to have Jean Grey? These were originals, I don't know. It's nice to see. Maybe we'll see it towards the end of the movie when Professor Xavier makes the school. But we clearly see Mystique. And I saw Emma Frost in there. So we're seeing characters that are clearly outside the realm. And I love what they're doing, but I don't know where this is going to go. So for me, it's just going to have to be a wait and see kind of situation. So the trailers excited me. The first time I got notice of the Thor was during the Super Bowl. They showed the TV spot for that, which I do have that, but I decided to show you the theatrical trailer, which is longer. And then the Captain America TV spot you see is the one from Super Bowl. That is the one that they showed on the Super Bowl, and that is the one I grabbed. And then X-Men First Class kind of unless I missed it, they didn't have a Super Bowl trailer. And, I went browsing online, and that's when I found that. And, I'm a little edgy about the characters, but then I'm also excited. We'll have to wait and see what happens. See if they pull it off, make it good, Clearly, when I saw X-Men First Class, I thought they were doing the Magneto origins. Well, there was a rumor that they were going to make a Magneto origins just like they did a Wolverine origins. I don't know if that's going to happen. I think they're just sticking with the X-Men First Class since Magneto and Professor Xavier have a kind of a long past together. Which is nice to see Xavier walking, but not bald, which, I guess there were those early times where he wasn't, But it's nice to see it kind of work, but let's hope and pray that it's going to work out. I hope they're not just targeting this, because clearly with the Thor and the Captain America First Class, it excites me to think about an Avengers movie. And we've already got the main characters. All we need is a few other ones, like Hawkeye and so on. And we'll see what happens there. We've got Loki, which is in the Thor movie, and he's clearly in the trailer. If you don't notice him, well, then you're not a fan, and you'll just have to watch the movie to find out who Loki is. Now, I have a little bit of confusion. In Iron Man 2, they did show what looked like a prototype for the Captain America shield. I don't understand it. Maybe it's the adamantium shield he's making. I don't know. I don't know if in this movie he's going to have the adamantium shield. That did not come till later. So it makes me wonder what exactly is going on. So I guess it's just a wait and see kind of situation. So again, I'm excited about these movies. My review says that these are going to be some great movies, but I'm going to go in thinking hope for the best, expect the worst. And I hope you fans will look out the same way. As for I will go back and say the Avengers. I'm pretty excited about that. It's nice, because you've got all these movies which they could be always setting up for JLA or Justice League, and if you don't want to call it America, just call it Justice League. And they do have Green Lantern trailer out there, which I myself am excited to see. But with the past, DC's kind of screwed up. Come on, with Superman Returns and Catwoman, it did a bad job. But then I can't say anything. I love Batman Begins, but I love The Dark Knight, one of the best Batman movies ever made, in my opinion. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully, for the best, it'll actually go well. So stay tuned. Let's see what happens. When the movies come out, I will do my own reviews. And we'll see if it actually becomes something big. Let's hope. Until next time, Putty Man out. Peace.